LaKisa Renee of Tales from the Media, and I am here live at the New Jersey Horror Con with the legendary Gina Schock of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band, the Go-Go's, who I absolutely love. It's such an honor to meet you and be here in the presence of royalty. That's how I feel. You are royalty to me. And it's an honor for you to take this time to interview with me today.
No, I really appreciate it. It's been a wonderful journey, and it continues. It's been my life, and I'm really proud of everything, of the accomplishments of the band and being trailblazers for women. In retrospect, I see it all. At the time, we were just a bunch of girls having fun, doing what we love to do, and so it all turned out really great.
So tell me, how'd you get your start being a drummer and being in the band, meeting the girls, and that journey there?
I tried playing bass, guitar, blah, blah, blah. Bottom line, when I picked up the drums, it was easy. I knew that I could play that instrument. I've never taken a lesson, and I knew I wouldn't have to take a lesson. It was just really, there was just this fluidity in the way that I played. It was very smooth, and it felt right. I knew that was it. So I just stuck with drums. That was the right choice, obviously. And then when I was, 21, I decided that I wanted. I mean, there's a lot of backstory, but we'd have to be here for hours. But I went to L.A. Seeking fame and fortune, wanted to get in a band, and it happened. It's like an incredible journey, but it happened to me. So if it happened to me, it could happen to you. I feel like if you stay focused and you do what you love, people recognize that. When it's true and when it's honest, and that's where I was coming from, and it was being in the right place at the right time. All that stuff is sort of like magical to me. I don't know how it all happens. I mean, there's a lot of hard work involved, don't get me wrong, but just to, like, when I met Belinda and Jane at a party, how weird,
wow.
And then that weekend we all got together and played. Monday, I quit the band I was in. They fired their drummer, and then we started. That was the beginning of the band in 1979.
So just a meeting at a party changed your life forever.
Yes, it did. It changed your lives, because when I met the girls, I had seen them play once, and they were just getting together like it was fun. Everybody in LA was in a band because it was punk, and you didn't have to be a great player to play punk music. So, I went there with a really specific thing in mind. They were just hanging out with their friends, picking up instruments, and I had been playing drums for a while. So when I joined the band, they had been together like 6 months, and I gave the band a work ethic that made the difference, because instead of rehearsing once a month, we were rehearsing. I said 5 days a week, guys. Come on, you gotta be serious about this if you expect to get somewhere. And like I said, I was on a mission. So it worked out. We just started rehearsing more, getting better and better and better songwriting, better everything, and the crowd started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it, worked out.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for your persistence and pushing the girls to be the best, because you ladies are iconic. Some of my favorite songs from you are, My Lips Are Sealed, and We Got the Beat. I'm young, but I still old enough to enjoy and love those songs.
Music is timeless. It crosses all barriers. That's the beautiful thing. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. Music has an effect on you that you cannot deny. So yes, I've been very fortunate to do what I love to do. I mean, a lot of folks go through life and they're not even sure what they want to do. I knew it when I was 11 years old, and I went to see Led Zeppelin opening for The Who. My brother dragging me along. I was like, I want to be up on that stage doing that.
You know what? Secretly, I always wanted to play electric guitar. And maybe I will before I leave this earth just to do it, but I've always wanted to so bad.
You just pick it up my hands are pretty messed up right now, but I have to, I get them back in shape in a minute, start doing all my exercises. But guitar's not that hard to play. Most people do play guitar. There's a lot of guitar players. But drums spoke to me, and so I followed it.
So tell me about some of your favorite memories, being with the girls, working on the songs, or like touring, videos, all that good stuff. What's some of your favorite memories of those times back then?
Oh God, so many. But some of the high points for me were like playing Madison Square Garden, and like my parents being on the side of the stage, sitting there watching me play in front of 20,000 people, and playing the Hollywood Bowl. That was a biggie. We did Rock in Rio, and that was the biggest show we'd ever done because it was 250,000 people. Massive, right? 1985. That was really something. Everybody was all at this one particular hotel, and it was rock and roll happening 24 hours a day. That was quite a time. I don't know. It was just great to be, like I say, doing what I love to do and having like my best friends with me. The five of us were a powerful unit. It's explosive. When the five of us are in a room, watch out. There's an energy that happens that is never duplicated ever in any other configuration, but the five of us together, it's something, and like that's, you can't buy that chemistry, so anyway, there was a lot of, I don't know, memories. My book tells you everything.
Yeah, I was going to touch on the book that you released.
Hollywood. I'm very proud of that thing. Took me a year and a half, and I started out just wanting it to be a book of photographs, and then they were like, "Why don't you write?" And I had never written. I didn't know if I was capable of writing a book, but when I started looking at the photographs, everything started coming back. So it's I wrote every word in that book, and I'm very proud of it. And that's a pretty thorough example of what it was like to be. Well, I'm in the Go-Go's, so from my perspective, in photographs and in word, is in that book. So it's really cool.
I gotta check that book out, definitely.
It.
Is it on Audible?
Yeah, it is, but it's like the perfect coffee table book because you can pick it up, open it up, and read anywhere.
And I do want to see the picture because you said there's pictures in there too.
Oh, it was mainly a book of my photographs.
Yeah. So no, we can't do that on Audible. I gotta go buy that copy so I can see the pictures.
It's really cool. It's not expensive either, but it's great.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
So I know you had so many great times in the industry. Tell me about some of the challenges you ladies faced, especially back then and being in that genre. What was the challenging parts of that people don't really get to see?
Yes, it was challenging because we had a hard time getting a record deal. Nobody wanted to sign us because there had not been an all-girl band that had been really successful before us. So, record companies like to do the same. They're if this act made it, they want to sign 20 other acts just like that. They don't want to go out on a limb. They don't want to lose any money. So we had a really difficult time catching whatever label we were finally going to be with, so we just played, and you couldn't deny the crowds. I mean, it just kept, as I said, it kept getting bigger and bigger, and we did finally get a deal, but it was hard. I mean, and here's the thing I tell people always: you're going to hear no 100 times or 99 times, but there's going to be one time somebody said yes. That's all it takes. You get on board right away and you go for it, and that's what we did. It was tough. We ran into a lot of obstacles, but as I said, it's like the five of us are a powerful force. So we got each other to depend on, rely on, and that makes it easier too.
So speaking of that powerful force, what impact do you feel the Go-Go's had on the industry now and back then during that time?
Well, it's, lately all the accolades keep coming in. Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, California Hall of Fame, star on Hollywood Boulevard. We're getting a lot of awards and such, but and they are worth it. I feel, in retrospect, I feel really good about all this. We did pave the way and make it a little bit easier for women in this business. So I'm very proud of that fact, actually.
Well, those are all amazing accomplishments. Like I said, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Star. Now I got to go get a picture with the Star, too, because we were just there not too long ago.
Where y'all from?
We're from Syracuse, New York.
Oh, Syracuse. Okay.
Yep. So we definitely got to go get a picture now with that Star.
Yeah, LA's a great town. I lived there 27 years. I mean, when I work, I go there. I go to LA to work.
Are you based here?
No, I'm based in San Francisco, but I'm an East Coast girl. I'm from Baltimore. Grew up in Baltimore, and I always go home. I like it's a. I mean, I when I lay my head down to sleep, and I'm in Baltimore, I'm sleeping in the same bedroom that I grew up in, and that is a good feeling.
A wonderful
In
feeling.
that house, yeah, my whole life. It's a beautiful thing.
So what do you want to say to all your supporters over all these years, from back then, now, the new people that's just discovering you? What do you want to say to them?
I want to say thank you to everyone that's supported the band, and also to let y'all know that dreams can come true. And, if I could do it, you could do it. I just came from a very working class neighborhood, and I had a dream, and I just kept pushing and pushing. And I stayed focused. And like I say, it worked for me. It can work for you. You just gotta believe in what you're doing, and always and have people supportive. A supportive group of people around you is very important as well, because there's so many things that'll come up over a period of time, adverse things that can cause problems, get you sidetracked, drugs, on and on. The list goes on and on. But when you got a good group of people around you, that makes a big difference. And so I say anything's possible. You just got to stay focused, believe in yourself, and love what you do. Do it for the right reasons. That counts. Yeah, it does. Never do anything just for money. Do it because you love it.
And I do want to say thank you, too, for last night, for the conversation we were having by the fire and the encouragement, because, it can be hard in this industry. Like I was saying, being a woman of color, too, in media and entertainment, period, is twice as hard. So I really thank you for that encouragement and conversation last night. I love it.
You just, when you put yourself out there and you believe in what you're doing, you just never know what's going to happen. And so, you stay prepared in the best way you know how. That's by doing what you do. Over and over and over, you get better and better and better. People recognize that. They recognize truth and passion. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this iconic interview. It's just so amazing to me right now. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Yes.
darling. Your hands are so cold.
Look, I'm always freezing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hands are always going to talk about the fire last night.
Yeah, I know. I was a little breezy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you again. I'm a hugger, so hug.